What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Empire Total War. So this is part 7, kind of just picking up where we left off from last video. Last time I had I hadn't captured Persia, but I defeated the army that was defending it. Um, Let me make sure that I'm gonna use the right save. Okay, yeah, that is the most recent one. Cool. So we can just click continue campaign. As always, thank you very much for checking out the video and the series. If you like what you see, definitely hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe, to leave a comment. I always like comments. Try to keep creating these pretty regularly. It takes a couple of days to get them all done, and I'm thinking I might, at least for a little while, go from posting. I was really kind of trying to go for once a day, but I think I might move that to like once a week. Anyway, last time, let me see if I can't get the army to come back. Right. So this army defeated this little force down here and the guys who were defending Esfahan. I was trying to make up my mind as to where I wanted them to go, only because there's a much larger Maratha force down here somewhere. And right now, in the army's present condition, yeah, they're not going to be able to win a battle against them, against a full Maratha force to save their lives. So what I'm thinking is going to happen is just that we weakened that army. We're actually going to move them back to kind of closer to home, more or less. And so they might rebuild, but we're also rebuilding. Um, yeah, I kind of want the rest of this army to get together fairly quickly here. Yeah, what I'm thinking might have to happen is these guys might have to divert south, but they're also kind of still replenishing too, so we'll at least move them back into Yerevan. There we go. That way they just can't like go and sneak that one in there. In the meantime and in between time, I will probably actually try to form another new army while I'm sitting here. Actually, I do have other troops I can send from Syria, actually, because this army is sort of kind of put together anyway. It's not going to take too much more to get it right, at least the way I would like it. Kind of have a very specific kind of setup that I like my armies to have. Yeah, and actually cancel one of these grenade units. At some point in another video, or in between videos, I will probably go back and rename all of these units, but for now I'll just leave them as it is. Okay, so I think at this point we can end our turn because I think all three of these armies need replenishing. Yeah, all these armies need replenishing, so I'm gonna go ahead and end that turn. Probably make these first couple of turns fairly quick here. That way we can kind of get back to the action. Because I try to fight a battle, at least one, in every video. They end up being pretty long, so I'll try to get in at least one. I think if a naval battle pops off here, you might see two battle sequences in a video. Right now, I'm running mostly they're about between 30 and 45 minutes is about as long as I like to make them. At some point, I might do an hour special if people really want that. Yeah, they offered me this last turn, but I can't accept because I don't have a way to defend those provinces. I mean, the piece of territory that they're offering me, if you follow the little watch here, is I do believe this guy, right where the top of the clock is. Um, yeah, which as you can see, is like right on the border of the Maratha territory that I'm invading currently. So I can't really spare any troops to go up there and defend that. And see, they're already moving to counter me north here. Wait, seriously? I mean, I kind of want to auto-resolve it, personally. Because I don't really want to fight 200 guys. We'll risk it. Should work, though. There you go. Alright, that was honestly probably just to weaken that army further. You can see they're just running through, raiding and pillaging. Yeah. Workers on strike, blah blah blah. Region captured. More troops are ready. Awesome. Let's see, these guys should be further replenished. They actually would be full were it not for... Oh, this army is ready, though. Nice. Though, I think they're going to have to deal with the force that I saw move further north, which I need a spy to move up this way and reveal to me where that big old army of theirs is. That's mostly just cavalry. And I'm trying to use my spy network to keep track of their movements. It's a little difficult because their line of sight is not that great all the time. Okay. Alright, so in Baghdad. I'm going ahead and have that army leave. A lot of these smaller fights will just auto-resolve. I'd rather show kind of bigger battles if possible. Actually, can we still chase them? Might as well. Chase them out of Iraq. Yeah, they have 9 men. Get out of here, son. Whenever that happens, you just want to replenish at the new replenish count here. Have these guys join up. Right, so that'll give them fresh legs. I can actually move. Well, really, I don't want to move this army quite so far from its destination. And then, how are these guys looking? They look pretty good. It appears I need some cavalry. Do I have a heavy cavalry unit and I can just run over there? Of course I don't. Recruitment. Oh, that would be too convenient. Actually, I might have one at the capital, though. That would probably be more efficient. And do we? Yes, in fact we do. Yeah, I pretty much own the sea in this. Oftentimes, really not until... Hang on. It's really not until I have to deal with the Maratha Confederacy in India. Hang on. Get in the boat. Get in the boat. Thank you. I had to waste all these extra movement points just for that. There we go. Well, they'll get there in 2 more turns. Which would be fine because they'll be replenished in 2 turns anyway. How large is that army, I wonder? Because what I may do is form another force at Ankara just to deal with these guys, which is probably a good idea, considering. So what? 2 heavy cavalry. Let's grab some light infantry since we're sitting here. Yeah, all these units are going to have names, I think, next video. I forgot to go in and just play a turn or two and get them all named. Okay, so they're still messed up. But we got rid of the raids, so at the very least we can fix all this stuff. I'm actually glad they can't destroy the roads. That would be really crappy. Though I would imagine that in Empire 2, the developers might put that in there. That'd be kind of cool, actually. I mean, you can raid trade routes over land, which I wouldn't be surprised if they went for that, but yeah, these guys are just mob. Get rid of them. Cool. I think we should just go beat them up and then polish them off, but they're just gonna sit around and raid things, so I guess I'll just fix it for now. Either that or just send the cleanup crew, which was the original idea anyway. But we'll see what they do after this turn. Yeah, just in case you're just joining us, that I appreciate you checking out my videos. Like I said, if you like what you see, feel free to hit that like button. So I always appreciate knowing that people like what they watch. 9 Russia. I know people are like, why won't you take their trade deal? I'm like, I would love a piece of territory for that little, except that I can't defend it, and it's just another. I just feel like it's going to be another liability that I'm going to have to deal with. And I know Russia needs technology. Don't get me wrong. I know they do, but it's just going to be one more thing I have to try to defend. And right now, I'm having enough problems doing that with the troops that I'm engaged with currently. Yeah, they're just gonna raid, basically. Okay, that's fine. We'll get rid of them. Get rid of them this upcoming turn. Oh, I forgot there's a traditional university here. They're not quite done yet. Okay, so we got some things built. That's good. Where is that cavalry? Alright, let's try relief army here. Can actually probably just have them engage straight up, really. Them join up, so that'll be a complete unit there. And build 3 more. Not mortars though. I'll take howitzers because yeah, that extra turn is totally worth being able to move a unit from place to place. And then we'll get rid of this army that's kind of chilling down there. Are they big enough to really be worth it? I mean, I would rather not auto-resolve, but again, it's kind of small. So there we go. Drove them off. Now we're going to replenish. Yeah, just try to auto-resolve these small ones. Like I said, whenever one of their larger armies comes around, we'll go full regalia. that. Also, what are the roads like in Georgia? I'm gonna take that. I'm going ahead and give these guys a tax exemption. Why not? That'll make them happier. They might learn to chill. Speaking of economics, I'm pretty sure there's some technology I could add to something. I'm pretty sure there's something somewhere that needs improvement. Might as well take a look at that. Try to do it in a region that's not directly affected by the conflict. That just seems to make the most sense. It's like, why spend 6,000 gold building something when when an enemy army is just gonna come and raid it in another turn. Nice. Army of Mesopotamia is ready yet again. Alright, so let's go back to Persia. Let's figure out where that big army of theirs is. See if I can find it. Okay, here we go. So yeah, they've got a lot of different stuff, and they split up their forces. But this is the army I'm talking about. Okay, these are the guys I'm looking for. Can we infiltrate? 65%. We're gonna try it. Yes. This guy is a beast. That's all I gotta say about him. This spy is totally worth it. Worth his weight in gold. And see how long we can keep track of this particular group, because that right there is going to be the issue. Now, when they're all, if I could hit them while they're all separated, that would make the most sense, which is what I kind of want these guys for, because when I can get this army into Armenia, I can swing these, at least one of these two armies, around to kind of clean up. I actually will probably want both of them to kind of go and move into Azerbaijan and northern Persia. At the same time, though, I will threaten a return from behind. I'm going ahead and recapture Persia. We might as well, especially because they don't have any real defenders now. And that'll force you to come back my way. Keep all the buildings the same, even though I might drop that just so I can replenish the army completely. Oh, okay, I can still afford it. Still might drop it though. And so now we've captured Persia, which gives me line of sight on everything going on. Yeah, and it's just this big cluster is what we got to deal with. But now what I can do is I can attack with this army from the south and these three from the northwest and just kind of try to clobber them in Azerbaijan. That looks like what we're gonna end up doing here. In the meantime and in between time, I've got enough defenders in Ankara to handle what's going on over there, and I've got these guys building up too. Oh, whoops, it looks like I trained grenadiers that I didn't need to train. Because looks like I had 3 already, so we can grab some dragoons. Yeah, I always try to have I always end up needing more armies than I assume that I'll need. It's like I try to like over prepare and it doesn't quite work, as you can see. That's fine, because I'd like to move this guy out anyway. I mean, Syria is usually a pretty calm region, to be perfectly honest. Like, I can move the military out, and they're still just as cool as they were, so. Alright, next turn. Yeah, I was hoping this wouldn't be such a development turn, but it turned out, but it turns out that, yeah, there might be just a little bit more development and preparation. I don't know. Let me know whether or not you'd like to see turns like this, because when I started the series, I kind of started it in in the first quarter of the game that way. One, not that I wanted less videos, but I just wanted more interesting ones. I can just turn after turn of development I would assume is boring, but if you want to see more stuff like that, definitely let me know, because I will include more of it, and I don't mind kind of taking my time, but just I'd rather have more action if possible. These guys really want to give me Astrakhan, and they really want Threshing Machine. I might just trade them some technology. Let me see if they... I don't want your regions. Do you have any technology that I don't have? Negative. Okay, well if you just want threshing machine, let's do just the threshing machine then. If that's all you want, you don't have to give me regions for it. And if you think that's gonna help you, Russia, by all means, take it off my hands. Won't be that big a deal. Yeah. This is one of the other nice things about fighting the Maratha Confederacy here is that the large, like what's probably going to happen is that the computer's going to end up grouping a lot of these smaller forces together into big field armies. The problem is that if I can defeat them, it's going to take the Maratha Confederacy a much longer time to get big field armies to my territory. Which is why it's this little group right here that it's moving is going to be very important as the war rages on, so to speak. Ooh, they do have a big fleet in East Africa, though. We might have to go deal with that fleet. Oh, and I forgot to get to unblockade my port. That's fine. They're just going around blockading ports anyway. Gotta have my Black Sea fleet chase that little fleet there. I gotta remember to do that. Also kind of sucks that you can't use the Caspian Sea. I don't like that you can't. Why put it in there if you can't, if it's not like an accessible waterway, you know? Ooh, my treasury minister. Like, all my ministers are garbage now. That sucks. They're really not good. Okay, one of my spies died. That sort of sucks. Yeah, we gotta get rid of our treasury minister here. You, sir, are garbage. Yeah, pretty much the whole ministry is gonna get replaced at some point. But anyway. Alright, cool. So they're back. They've only got 46 guys. Wipe them out. And that way we'll send those guys over there. Send this army around like so. Oh. Well, hi there. Let me see. Do I have... Oh my god, it's going to take forever. I'm trying to get shrapnel shot, and it's going to be 11 more turns until I can unlock it. That's crappy. Okay, well, we were successful in splitting their attention. Yeah, he doesn't have much. Just a lot of close combat guys, which we might actually go out and engage here in a second. Cool. Well, we got all that worked out. Let me grab the Navy. Ooh, I can get a steam dry dock. That's kind of nice. Unfortunately, I'm going to be able to do anything with that. That just... I mean, in the vanilla version anyway, the steam dry dock is not a huge deal when it comes to an Ottoman army because you can't get steam ships. You can only get you can get first-rate ships to the line, but you can't get like you can't get heavy first rates or steam ships, which sucks. Okay, and then we're just waiting artillery, right? Cool. That army is almost done. Thank goodness. And so the howitzers for this force. Alright, let me see how much time I have left for this video. Okay, I may have enough time for this to not be a super long one. Though nice. Let me see. Oh yeah, all those regiments are very, very full. Okay, I feel like if I can break his back, I wonder. They're not completely under strength. Just a little dinged up. It's probably gonna take a little bit longer than I think too. Oh, what? They've got artillery and lots of close combat. Yeah, screw it. We'll go for it. We'll see what happens. We'll roll those dice. Because the city is not super important. It's not really adding a lot of tax revenue. Because I would just like to break this army. That way it can't go north and support those northern forces. So we're gonna save here. And we're gonna fight it out. Sit the computer down. I had my laptop sitting on my lap, and it's real hot now. So try to keep an eye on my time. Make sure they don't get too long. And we are gonna try to wrap this up quickly if possible. Hopefully we're on some halfway decent terrain. That would be nice. And the more I can involve my artillery against these guys, the easier my life is. Okay, so we got a little hill here. We actually might use that hill to our advantage. That seems like the perfect place for artillery cannons to go. And make sure that they have clear visibility at ground level. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's gonna work really nicely. Hopefully they don't deploy all the way to the left or something. That would suck. But what I'm thinking is gonna happen is that we're gonna deploy these guys here. Because howitzers can fire over stuff, so I don't really mind if they're kind of on a different part of the slope, because again, they can fire over things, which is what makes them invaluable. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move these guys a little forward, just a little bit at the beginning of at the start of things. That way, just in case there's like a lip or something, because even though the horses are right here, when the cannons unlimber, they move back slightly, and that changes their line of sight. So I'm gonna leave them unlimbered, but leaving them unlimbered also means that they're not gonna have the usual anti-cavalry defense. So probably my very first move out the gate is gonna be getting those guys into position. On that note, actually I'll take the light infantry, as I was looking for anyway. We will take the light infantry guys, so go ahead and spread them out and get them ready. Yeah, I try to use artillery and light infantry as much as I can against the Maratha Confederacy, because that's not that Ottoman artillery is that much better, but the Maratha Confederacy does not have skirmisher units. Like, they don't have any kind of light infantry at all, so you can really exploit their troops' need to get in close Just kind of move them over here. Go back and see. Okay, cool. Yeah, you can really take advantage of your of soldiers that have better range on their weapons, or at least that's one of my kind of strategies when I go into battles with them. I'm also going to spread these guys out. In all the battles that I've fought with the Moroccan Confederacy, 4 ranks deep seems to be the magic number. 3 gives you more firepower, but the unfortunate side effect of that is that when they charge into you, they seem to break my guys faster. I don't know what that's about, but it does in fact happen. Seems like these lines seem too thick, but no, that is the appropriate length. Okay, cool. That's fine. And then what we'll do is we'll take the 2 set it in heavy infantry guys, and we will spread y'all out. Okay, dokie. Next up, grenade troops. Trying to set up quickly here. Yeah, it's sort of advantageous for time reasons that I use the same formation, but I would use the same formation anyway. It's fairly effective. It allows me to kind of move units and guard against flanking maneuvers. That's kind of why I developed this particular shape. No, I meant to unit group those. I almost ended the deployment, and my light cavalry were not in position whatsoever. Which they will definitely need to be. Yeah, I really suck moving cavalry, and this is true. Okay, where are these guys? Right there. Lovely. Alright, boys. Move forward. Oh wow, actually they can't hit you when you're on the crest of the hill. So let's do that instead. Move quickly though, because we ain't got all day. Alrighty. I just kind of want to move them into a particular part of the field. So we'll move them there. Oh, are you kidding? Crap. Half the artillery got hit before they even started. Well, it was a risk getting them up there. Let's see if we can't return fire in quickly. First of all, can I even reach them? Not really, it seems. Take a shot. Shoot in the middle. And where is this army going? In the spirit. I'm gonna have the light infantry make a move. Oh, shoot them. And, oh man, switch. Shoot. Crap, I didn't even see them. Switch. Yeah, they got me on that one. I didn't even see him. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we definitely hit a good, like we hit a good number of them there. Let's see if we can't. What we're gonna do is try to come after this infantry that's forming up here. Okay, I see that there's a hill there. Oh, well, you're close enough. Open fire. Yeah. You're trying to break this. They're pretty shaken, so it looks like they're gonna try to overload on that side. So what we need to do is to counteract that move and go this way and reform those lines along that hill. Gonna move quickly about it if possible. That would be great. Have this cavalry form up here. Very cool. So we already broke that side. And now what I want to happen is a little of this. And that's what I thought they would do. Man, go kill them. Jeez. Alright, well, I'll watch the center, see what's going on here. Them in a crossfire here. I think these guys were still set on take them on fire at will. Okay. So it looks like they're trying to regroup behind. Nice. So we broke that little column on the left there. So what do they have left? Some foot artillery and some cavalry, it seems. So we're going to send these units. So now they're going to get attacked in the rear. Well, they're breaking and running, so it doesn't really matter. Cool. Alrighty. So now what we gotta do is deal with this little contingent over here, which looks like they're about to get dealt with. They're trying to turn around, so oh yeah, let's go attack them and then attack from the flank. That should work out nicely. Alright, so let's have them all shoot at the edge of their range. Alright, that unit is gone. So now we'll send the still selected. It's completely on accident. There we go. Alright, nice. So we managed to kind of clean up here. I mean, we had them outnumbered. Just, I don't ever take chances going with close combat troops, because you move your men too far forward, and before you know it, you've got that whole army coming at you. Trying to go back to see where these 1, 2, 3, 4 run 4 for 4. Oh, Pandari horsemen. I hate those guys. They're very, very effective. They can shoot while charging. Alright, so we do cease the artillery fire. We don't hit our own men. Yeah, so they're gonna break right there. Fire at will. Well, that didn't work. Crap. I beat both my cavalry units. Shattered. Wow, that is sad. Alright, well, I wasn't expecting that to happen, I won't lie. Alright, so we beat those guys. Almost out of time, but we got a little bit more. See, it's ridiculous. Like, how do they go? Yeah, it broke 3 whole units. This is why you don't take any chances with these guys, man. You see, this all my cavalry is retreating, basically. Yeah, I'll just run everybody. Why not? Just in case we have an issue. Oh, well, this unit of Sipafis is still here. Okay, they're shattered. Yeah, it's probably a silly idea to have 2 infantry units charge an elephant unit, but I mean, when we got numbers like this, it shouldn't matter, especially when they're gonna get attacked from the rear. Where are you guys going? The enemy you're trying to fight is right there. There you go. Alright, they're gone. Cool. Alright, guys, well, that is gonna be it, I think, because I think we're about to be a little bit over time here. So as always, thank you very much for watching. Like I said, if you like what you see, hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think.